Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have another Houston Rocket video for you. We're going to talk a little more in depth about John Wall. I briefly mentioned him and a couple of the different options going on in yesterday's video as far as playing. Today I want to take a different approach to it, kind of just do a whole deep dive on what to do about John Wall. So if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I hit 7,000 subs, man, so thank you guys so much. These Raptor videos really been blowing up, man, so thank you to all my Rocket fans. You guys really set the foundation for this, and I will always be grateful. So when talking about John Wall, it's interesting and it's important to note that Kevin Porter Jr., 21 years old, Jalen Green, 19, and then you have John Wall at 31. Here's the thing, and someone mentioned this in the comment section. I don't know if it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, but you really don't want regression from KPJ. So it seems like a lot of guys are okay with going a three-guard lineup, putting Jae'Sean Tate at the 4 because we need a defender, and then you got Christian Wood at the 5. It seems like honestly, it seems like most Rocket fans are just totally okay with that. I still want Jalen Green to come off the bench for like 15 or so games. I honestly don't really see the big deal about it. He's our future. So what's 15 games of an 82-game season? Like, we're freaking rebuilding, man. Relax. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Now, there is a lot of value with just surrounding young players with core guys and veteran type of players. A lot of people actually say you need it. It's absolutely necessary to have a successful rebuild, just given that young players, you need to not just learn good habits and what it takes to win, but you also get some life skills and you're just becoming an adult. And so it's nice to have guys like John Wall, 31, got the damn hiccup just now, 31-year-old John Wall, who can mentor and guide guys like Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. Apparently, Wall was awesome last season. The attitude he brought last season was apparently awesome. Now, John Wall he's an extremely high usage player, which is why I don't understand why they thought it was going to work with James Harden. I would have rather ran it back with Russ, but Russ was like, I'm out. He had a usage percentage of 31.6% last season, which means he used 31.6% of the team's possessions while he was on the floor. Let's use a little comparison. Russell Westbrook, his usage last season was 29.5, so that means John Wall had a 2% higher usage rate than Russell Westbrook, who always has the ball in his hands. Now, it's for reasons like that where it's like John Wall is not going to come off the bench. Like, if you still think John Wall is coming off the bench, man, you are out of your mind, because he is a superstar. He's been a superstar his whole life until the injuries in the last couple of years. Consensus first pick in the draft. Was a baller in high school, was a baller in college. He's not going to be coming off the bench. It wouldn't even be fair to ask him to come off the bench, bro. He's still in the prime of his athletic career. So, in my opinion, I still don't understand why people are commenting he's only going to play 40 games, so it's like $1 million per game. I don't know. Why is he coming off why is he getting more load management? I wasn't aware he was getting load managed again this year. I could be wrong, but he's in his prime at 30 years old. Last season, you had KPJ play the 2 spot with John Wall. He started in 24 of the 27 games he was with the Houston Rockets, and he was honestly pretty solid with John Wall, I would say. I would say they were kind of... it's actually just weird because, yeah, you'll see some good statistical nights, but as far as their playing this together... with a 31.6% usage rate, it's kind of hard for anyone on the court to not just be like a spectator witnessing John Wall, and then whenever he doesn't have the ball, like, then you can try and do some stuff. But if you actually believe, the Rockets truly believe that Kevin Porter Jr. is the franchise's future point guard, then you need him to get as many repetitions as he can. I mean, keep in mind, this is a third-year player. This isn't Jalen Green, 19 years old, coming out of the G League. This is a 21, 22-year-old player who's been in the league for 3 seasons, and you want him to be kind of that lottery-esque talent. If he doesn't turn into, or if he doesn't get the reps, if he doesn't turn into what you're hoping for him, it just pushes the whole rebuild way longer. So KPJ, to me, it's critical he starts. Like, I think KPJ needs to start over Jalen Green every day of the week. But Jalen Green's our future. So is Kevin Porter Jr. So the issue with John Wall is that $44.3 million he's owed this upcoming season. He's got a player option, which I would imagine at this age with the statistics he's putting up, nothing too crazy, pretty inefficient. If he has the opportunity to get $47.4 million next season, I think he is going to take it. If they were to trade him, you're 100% going to have to attach a lottery pick. You're going to 100% have to attach a draft pick to that. I don't know. Kind of a high price. So I don't know if I don't even know if that's really that interesting to Rafael Stone. You could buy him out. Kemba Walker recently gave up $20 million in his buyout with the Oklahoma City Thunder to just not play there anymore. Signed with the Knicks on an $8 million year for 2 years. This is kind of cool for Kemba. I still feel like he kind of screwed himself, whereas, I mean, let's say he has a good next 2 years. If he has a good 2 years, it'll be like, 32, 33. It's going to be kind of hard to ink a very long-term high salary contract unless you're a guy like Chris Paul, but we'll see. The Thunder, they now have roughly $27 million in dead salary over the next 2 years. So, you never know. You never really know. Like I said, there's definitely your benefits to keeping John. He's going to be able to just kind of improve his value, improve the team, improve his teammates, and I'm not really against keeping him for the entire season. Buyout next season, it's always a possibility. The trade's always on the table, but it's weird, man, because you're dealing with a guy who pretty much his average is 19-9 on 43% shooting, missed a whole season, and I really thought John Wall could kind of rejuvenate his career here in Houston and figure things out. But that lasted, 11 games? How many games was James Harden here? 14 or 11? So that didn't really last too long. So for me, John Wall, I just want to see them hold on to John for the time being until we see him either not missing back-to-backs, he's putting up efficient numbers. Basically, I just want to try and sell him at the highest we possibly can because money is cool and all, but maybe a 32, 33-year-old John Wall will want to play for a contender while he's still in the prime of his career. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. Let me know what you guys think what's going to happen to John Wall down below in the comments. Other than that, that's it for me. Peace.